taken today at this important city hotel, Serena Hotel, in Kigali, Rwanda. I would like to now read our resolutions or communique. We, the heads and representatives of anti-corruption agencies in the Commonwealth of Africa, meeting at the 12th Regional Conference of the Heads of Anti-Corruption Agencies in Commonwealth of Africa. Going forward, we will refer to it as the conference. Then the annual general meeting, the AGM, hosted by the Office of the Ombudsman, Rwanda, in collaboration with the Commonwealth Secretariat at Kigali from the 3rd to 6th of May, 2022. Appreciating the invaluable support and warm hospitality provided by the government of Rwanda, the Office of the Ombudsman of Rwanda, and the honor of the presence of the Right Honorable Edward Ngirente, Prime Minister of the Republic of Rwanda, who opened the conference. Further appreciating the Commonwealth Secretariat for the support and participation of the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Right Honorable Patricia Scotland. Recognizing that corruption continues to be a key challenge in the region, and there's a need to strengthen continental and international cooperation and collaboration among anti-corruption agencies in the Commonwealth of Africa. Concern about the heavy losses that Africans suffer as a result of the illegal transfers of proceeds of corruption and crime and illicit financial flows out of Africa. Acknowledging the benefits of a platform for discussing emerging issues and sharing good practices and country innovations in the fight against corruption, public sector management practices, the rule of law, transparency, and accountability. Satisfied that a full exchange of views and innovative experiences among anti-corruption agencies and other participants has taken place at the conference. Resolved to, 1, pursue both preventive and enforcement measures in the fight against corruption within the unique context of each country. 2, to strengthen cooperation and partnership with local, regional, and both international and civil society organizations and media. And 3, enhance capacity building of investigators and prosecutors of corruption offenses. 4, convey to their respective government the importance of having integrity officers and anti-corruption units within government, ministries, departments, and agencies. 5, engage and empower the citizens to demand transparency, accountability, and effective service delivery. Call upon the Secretary General of the Commonwealth and the government of the Republic of Rwanda to include anti-corruption measures, including prioritization of the recovery of proceeds of crime, artifacts, and illicit financial flows out of Africa as part of the resolution of the Commonwealth Heads of Government meetings, CHOGAM for short, to be held in Kigali here, 2022. Again, members of government, member governments to adopt and implement legislation on declaration of assets and civil assets recovery and forfeiture as part of the anti-corruption measures. member governments to acquire e-governance platforms as part of anti-corruption measures. Heads of government to provide adequate resources to anti-corruption agencies. Heads of government and international community to strengthen collaboration towards speedy and unfettered repatriation of recovered assets to the African countries. Express appreciation to the President of the Republic of Rwanda for hosting the conference. The Office of the Ombudsman of Rwanda for the warm hospitality extended to the delegates during their stay in Rwanda and the success of the conference. Further expressed profound appreciation to the Secretary General of the Commonwealth and the Commonwealth Secretariat for their continued support to the Association of the Anti-Corruption Agencies in Commonwealth Africa and co-sponsoring and co-organizing the 12th conference of the association. Agree that the next regional conference of the heads of anti-corruption agencies in Commonwealth Africa in 2023 will be hosted by Seychelles in partnership with the Commonwealth Secretariat. Finally, elect Rwanda Chief Ombudsman as the chair of the Association of Anti-Corruption Agencies, and Seychelles, head of the Anti-Corruption Commission. Elect Chief Ombudsman as the chair and Seychelles, head of Anti-Corruption Commission, as the vice chair of the Association of Anti-Corruption Agencies in the Commonwealth of Africa. Declared and signed at Kigali, Rwanda, on this day, Friday, 6 May 2022. This is our communique or our resolution of the conference as we have it. Thank you very much. Commonwealth Africa to give her speech and also a handing over with a handshake to the incoming chairperson. So, Madam Chairperson, please yield the floor.
Head of Public Sector Governance of the Commonwealth Secretariat, Madam Vice Chairperson and the newly elected Executive Committee of this association, colleagues, heads of anti-corruption agencies in Commonwealth Africa, here today, observers and members of the press. This is the last leg of a journey that to some of us started on Monday, the 2nd of May this year, when we arrived in Rwanda, but to the Commonwealth Secretariat and to the Office of the Chief Ombudsman, which started much longer. We all know what it takes to put up an event of this nature so successfully. It takes many man-hours, brain hours, and many creative and innovative hours. So I thank you all of you for once again for putting this together. On behalf of my country, Uganda, I want to thank the annual general meeting that sat in Kampala in 2019 for entrusting Uganda with this honorable position of chair of this association in 2019. Because of COVID-19, we should have handed over in 2020, but I think COVID-19 knows how much I enjoy being chair, so they gave me another extra 2 years. However, I want to congratulate the new leadership led by Honorable Madeleine Nerire, whose term begins as soon as I finish this speech. I congratulate you upon your new responsibilities for that chair, which will last 1 year, and for the other members, your chairs will last 2 years. I think one of the tasks will be fine-tuning of the Constitution, like we have said during our deliberations. We have enjoyed holding this chair and communicating with all of you at different fora and in different ways. The time has now come to hand over the chair to the incoming chairperson, Honorable Madeleine Nerire, which I will do in a minute, but I want to just use this opportunity to remind you, colleague, that the African Association of Anti-Corruption Agencies, AGM, will take place in June in Bujumbura, and Uganda will be offering herself for chairmanship. For those of you who may be there, kindly keep this in mind. I assure you that we have enjoyed this conference immensely, and that we go to Uganda having taken away a lot of new things, new learnings, new experiences, new friends, and even touching base with old friends. That is of great value to us. It is now my pleasure to invite Honorable Madeleine Nerire to come and receive the instruments of power of office that I have. And as I do that, may I ask Alan, where's Alan? Yes, to please bring my staff. Nerire, congratulations on assuming the chair of chairperson, and I hand over to you the constitution of this association, which... Oh. Yeah. I hand to you the constitution of the association, which is your guiding light, and also like to hand to you the proceedings of the report that took place in Kampala in 2019, because that was the last report that I had. And while I have this opportunity, I hope that you will accept a small token of goodwill and friendship from Uganda, and wish you a very, very productive tenure of office. May I also invite Dr. Roger. Do you have to? I don't know whether you have to declare it to the IGG, to the Chief Ombudsman. Dr. Roger, this is also a token of appreciation for the work that you have done for us. It's just a memorabilia of this event.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I wish you all a very productive tenure. See you again in Seychelles. God bless you. May I now invite Honorable Madeleine to come and make your closing statement and also close this meeting.
Honorable Betty Kamya-Turwonye, the outgoing chairperson of the Association of Anti-Corruption Agencies in the Commonwealth of Africa, and the outgoing executive committee, Madam Vice Chairperson of the new elected committee, dear members of executive committee, honorable heads of anti-corruption agencies, Dr. Roger Koranteng, head of public governance in the Commonwealth Secretariat, my deputy ombudsman here present. I have two, but the one is excused. Our permanent secretary and my staff here present, observers and members of press. I'd like to express my sincere thanks and gratitude to the head of anti-corruption authorities for the confidence you entrust me and the responsibility to be the chair of the Association of Anti-Corruption Agencies of Commonwealth of Africa, and I accept this responsibility. I come with my pledge after closing remarks, at the end of the closing remarks. Honorable outgoing chairperson, distinguished heads of anti-corruption agencies in the Commonwealth of Africa, Dr. Koranteng, head of public sector governance in the Commonwealth, distinguished participants, I'm honored to make few closing remarks and express my special gratitude to all those who made this event a reality. First, I'd like to express my deep gratitude to the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Right Honorable Patricia Scotland, for gracing our regional conference by her presence and strong commitment toward the Commonwealth Secretariat, support the anti-corruption agencies in Africa, and for the support of this 12th regional conference. My gratitude goes to Honorable Betty Kamya-Turwonye, the outgoing chair of the IACA, for her leadership, and the entire outgoing executive committee for achievement to this organization. Much appreciation goes to the heads of anti-corruption agencies for your active participation and contribution to the success of the conference. Special thanks to and appreciation to our friend, Dr. Rogers Koranteng, for his commitment and dedication to combat corruption, also for his support to the organization and support to this 12th conference of anti-corruption agencies in the Commonwealth of Africa. Also, my profound appreciation to the Commonwealth Secretariat team and the team of the Ombudsman Office and other institutions for the success organization of the regional conference. I recognize the contribution of each and of one of you and for the success of this conference, and recognize that you worked day and night for the success of this conference. Thank you. Distinguished head of anti-corruption agencies in the Commonwealth of Africa, the 12th Commonwealth Regional Conference for Head of Anti-Corruption Agencies in Africa, with the theme Combating Corruption for Good Governance and Sustainable Development in Africa, was a successful conference. Each anti-corruption agency is doing its best to free the country from corruption, but challenges still exist. We have learned best practice from one another, which help us to overcome the challenges, but also to polish our work. It is my great pleasure that we had fruitful discussion and the resolution, and this conference had been an important occasion to rethink about our role as oversight institutions and to adopt substantial resolution to improve our work as leading agencies in the journey of combating corruption. We will be guided by the commitment made in this conference, as well as the resolution agreed upon all together, aiming at eradicating corruption. Honorable heads of anti-corruption agencies, Dr. Roger Koranteng, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, with your presence here, we have identified and shared lessons about corruption prevention practice that can foster sustainability and prevention any corruption-related cases. We have identified key opportunities and recommendations for national, regional, and international institutions to prevent the escalation of corruption cases in our respective countries. Honorable heads of anti-corruption agencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it should be acknowledged that all anti-corruption agencies have made tremendous efforts in preventing and fighting corruption so as to enhance good governance and sustainable development in their respective countries. The efforts have boosted the socioeconomic development in Africa because they are actively involved in the fight against corruption. Distinguished heads of anti-corruption agencies, Dr. Roger Koranteng, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, taking into consideration that corruption undermines human rights and the respect of rule of law, it is viewed as an impediment to good governance in Africa and all over the world. It is from that perspective that the anti-corruption agencies need more support and engagement of citizens, private sector, civil society organization to achieve a mandate. In that spirit, I'd like to commit on behalf of the new elected committee that we pledge to fulfill our responsibility as new executive committee, and our pledge are to develop a strategic plan of our association, to prepare the document on amendment of the constitution of the association, to carry capacity building of the anti-corruption agencies member of the association and staff, also to build the website of our organization, also to foster the collaboration and the cooperation of the association with other national, regional, and international organizations. It is on this commitment that I conclude my remarks thanking you all for your active participation in this 12th Commonwealth Regional Conference for heads of anti-corruption agencies, and promising you to do my best and my committee as incoming chairperson. I wish you all safe journey back home and hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.
zigamije gukumira no kurwanya ruswa zirangajwe imbere n'urwego rw'Umuvunyi. Hari amabwiriza, hari amategeko, ariko ibyo byose ntacyo byageraho tudafatanije mu kurwanya iyo mungu, imungu ubukungu bw'igihugu ndetse n'indangagaciro zacyo.
Nawe muturarwanda haranira ku
Madam Chairperson, Madam Outgoing Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, I have one last activity to do, and it's just the vote of thanks. I just want to take this opportunity, first and foremost, to thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, and of course, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Rwanda, for coming to open the program at a world-class international center at the Kigali International Conference Center. Fantastic. We thank him for having the opportunity and the time to come, even though we know he had a very busy schedule, to come and open the conference. So, Honorable Chief Ombudsman, please carry our gratitude and appreciation to him. Next, I would like to thank the Chief Ombudsman, the Chief Ombudsman, of course, of the Republic of Rwanda, who on a very short notice, we never anticipated that we can do the conference face-to-face, as we have done now. So when it became possible that we could do it, we have a very small window to organize this conference. So the Chief Ombudsman and her team, particularly the Permanent Secretary of the Office of the Ombudsman, I call him Xavier, and his dynamic team, did everything possible, day and night. Sometimes 12 midnight, we are still exchanging, and they are working with the team to make sure that this conference will come to fruition, as we have witnessed now. So we thank them so much for putting in almost every breath of their time to make sure that this conference has become a success. We also thank you, the heads of anti-corruption agencies. Almost 100% participation. No absenteeism. Since we started from Tuesday, most of you came on Monday. Some few of you came on the weekend before. You have stayed out throughout. The program has run through to late in the evening, and you have still kept your seat. Apart from a few of them, including myself, who were dozing up and down once a while, we have all sat through, and we are able to finish the program as designed. We also thank our partner institutions, the World Bank, the Transparency International, the UNODC, and then Partnership for Transparency. African Development Bank brought their apology the last minute. The COVID regime changed there, so they couldn't come. Otherwise, they would have been here. And all the other partners who have been with us throughout our conference over the years. We thank them for their support, their collaboration. And we continue to expect that the collaboration will be strengthened in the future in terms of capacity building, in terms of assisting our member countries' anti-corruption efforts. We thank them. Then I want to thank our hotel here. First, the KICC for hosting us the first day, the opening, and the first day activities. They have been professional. We didn't have any problem at all. So we thank them as well, even though it wasn't free. We pay for it. Then the Zarina Hotel. Before the meeting, before this conference, we had a meeting. And I told them that the people I'm bringing are very high-profile people. They are big men and big women in their country. And we expect them to accord them that kind of service. and respect. And that I don't want to hear any complaint. And they promised me. And that's exactly what has happened. I have not heard any complaint whatsoever from this hotel. So the management and the staff of Zarina Hotel Kigali, we thank you for making your facility available to us and or making our stay comfortable, making here a home away from home. The only thing is that the pointer sometimes was not working. But otherwise, you have enjoyed our stay. And then the last, but not the least, is the protocol team. You have not finished your work yet because you have not gone. It's only when the last person leaves, then the protocol team can rest. You have been outstanding, excellent, the way you receive us at the airport. The vehicle you made at our disposal. I've had a situation where some other conferences, he received a call from Hess that I've got stuck at the hotel, at the airport, there's no vehicle, there's nobody meeting me. I never heard that kind of, never heard any complaint. Rather what I heard was that you have been professional, you've been receiving the delegates at when you have to receive them, the transportation have been excellent, and everything have gone well. We thank you so much, and I'm expecting that the departure will be similar. It will be seamless, and you make sure that all of us will go to our countries without any problem. I thank you again. The media, you were with us before when we were doing the opening, and you are with us today. Give us a good coverage. I don't want any you people, you can be a little funny sometimes. Professional coverage. All the newspapers should cover it properly. Give us, we need the publicity of what Uganda has, of what Rwanda and Uganda, they confuse me. What Rwanda have done for us, the conference have been excellent. Tell the people of Rwanda that they should be proud of themselves because the way they have received us, we are very, very happy. And we thank the people of Rwanda. So you, the media, we thank you for the coverage and continue to support our activity. We thank you so much for coming. And the last but not the least, I pray for safe journey back home. The God Almighty who brought us here will be the same God who will take us back home safely so that we don't hear about any hazards, no bad news. We pray that we will get to our loved ones as we left them behind. We go and meet them. So thank you for your time and your attention and for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think we have come to the official end of the Association 12 conference. So I think the media now, we can go. The rest is our COVID staff. I don't think the media is interested in our COVID. So thank you, media, for coming, and we thank you for everything. Tomorrow, we have a proposed agenda for me that have been given by the Secretariat of the Office of the Ombudsman.
Itangazamakuru akaba ari ryo rigaragaza mu by'ukuri navuga rifata uruhare runini cyane mu gukurikirana abanyereje bahamwe n'ibyaha abakekwaho ibyaha bya ruswa, aho itangazamakuru babanza bakabahugura, hanyuma barangiza bakabereka uburyo bashobora gukora inkuru icukumbuye kuri ruswa. Hanyuma nanone ikindi twabonye nuko gukora n'abaturage ari ikintu gikomeye cyane, kuko n'ubundi ruswa itangwa n'abantu. Rero hariho ko gukora n'abaturage ari ikintu cy'ingenzi cyane, hari ukubahugura no kubumvisha uburyo bagomba kwanga ikintu kitwa ruswa, akarengane, guhabwa serivisi mbi bakabyamagana, bakabyanga. Icyo inzego zo ziyemeje yuko mu bihugu byazo zizigisha abaturage ko guhabwa serivisi mbi, gutanga ruswa ari icyaha, ariko noneho n'umuco mubi, ko Afrika dufite indangagaciro tugenderaho zagombye kuba zidufasha kubaka ubunyangamugayo. Ikindi twabonye nk'u Rwanda twe twasangije abandi, hari ikoranabuhanga. Ikoranabuhanga mu mitangire ya serivisi, ayo urebye mu by'amasoko, wareba mu bya cyamunara, mu nkiko, mu zindi serivisi, mu zirangamimerere, kujya kwirembuka cyangwa se kwishyura umusoro, ntawo ukirirwa ajya gushaka impapuro cyangwa kubikora mu mpapuro, ni uburyo bw'ikoranabuhanga. Icyo rero baragishimye kuko hari ibihugu bimwe bidafite ibyo koranabuhanga, hari ibihugu bimwe bidafite ibyo koranabuhanga, ku buryo mu myanzuro twafashe ari uko ibihugu bigomba gushyira ingufu mu bintu by'ikoranabuhanga, ku buryo systeme nyinshi zikorwa zitangwa hifashishije ikoranabuhanga, kugira ngo habuzwe guhura utanga serivisi n'uyihabwa. Nanone ikindi nuko twasanze kumenyekanisha umutungo ari imwe mu nkingi zafasha kugira ngo abantu bashobore gukurikirana uburyo umutungo umuntu yawubonye, uburyo yawubonyemo, uburyo awukoresha, hanyuma cyane cyane imvano yawo, kuko kugira umutungo si ikibazo, ahubwo uburyo ubunamo. Nanone ikindi ni ugushyiraho amategeko ajyanye n'iyo menyekanisha mutungo, ariko no kugaragaza amategeko, uburyo imihanire nayo ikazamuka, n'ikurikirana ryaha bigasobanurwa mu mategeko. Nko mu Rwanda icyaha cya ruswa n'icyaha kidasaza. Hari mu bihugu bimwe usanga hakiriho ya mategeko ahanisha nka ruswa nk'imyaka 5, umuntu yashobora kugenda iyo myaka 5 yashira ntashobore gukurikiranwa, biba ari ikibazo. Ikindi no kugaragaza mu mategeko uburyo ruswa n'ibyayikomotseho bigomba gufatwa. Iyo bitari mu mategeko gutyo ntabwo ushobora kubifatira utabigaragaje. Aho rero twabonye ko ari ngombwa kureba amategeko yacu, ariko no kureba uburyo bw'imihani n'imikurikiranire. Ikindi nanone twanasabye ko zafatwaho n'umwanzuro mu nama y'abakuru b'ibihugu na za guverinoma za mu kwa 6 uyu mwaka, nuko muri communique yabo cyangwa se mu itangazo ryabo bagaragaza bavuga ku bijyanye na ruswa, n'ubwo mbese nka statement ya commitment cyangwa se kwiyemeza bijyanye no kurwanya ruswa. Hanyuma hakabaho no kugaruza umutungo wa Afrika wagiye unyerezwa n'abantu ukajyanwa hanze y'ibihugu, mu mikoranire n'uburyo umutungo wa Afrika ugomba kugaruzwa. Ko mu nama byagiye bigaragaza, hari igihe zagiye zitangwa nyinshi, aho ibihugu byagiye bigaragaza imitungo iri hanze, ariko hakagira uburyo bwo kuyigaruza, akaba ari ikibazo.
U Rwanda narwo rurimo
imitungo. Buriya kiriya kibazo cy'imitungo ijyanwa hanze ni ikibazo kireba isi yose, kuko uyu munsi mu kibazo cya ikoranabuhanga, muri tekinoloji, nta gihugu na kimwe burya wavuga ngo cyo ntabwo bikireba, cyangwa se ni ukuvuga ngo ahubwo hagomba bwa bufatanye, kuko umuntu ashobora kwiba umutungo akawujyana hanze. Niyo mpamvu rero haba hari ubufatanye, cyangwa se akagenda akawubyaza umusaruro hanze. Ubundi ibihugu biba bigomba guhana amakuru, inzego z'ubugenzacyaha n'ubushinjacyaha zigakorana n'iz'ubucamanza, kugira umuntu adashobora nimba acitse urwego rumwe ntacike urundi, nimba acitse urwo mu gihugu atuyemo ntacike urwo agiyemo. Ku gipimo cy'amafaranga agarujwe, amaze kugaruzwa nk'umwaka uri hagaruzwe miliyari 6, ariko ni ukuvuga ngo hari abantu benshi bahamwa n'ibyaha, ariko ntubone umuntu ntabone amafaranga y'ihazabacwe nayo banyereje ntagaruke, ni benshi. Bivuze ngo ibyo byose umuntu wanyereje amafaranga bagomba kuba yafite, cyangwa se niba atanayafite yarakoresheje mu bindi. Bivuga rero ko hari ahantu byanze bikunze yafite, yaba yafite hano cyangwa se mu bikorwa bye, cyangwa se afite uwacishijeho. Ibyo nabyo niyo mpamvu tuvuga ngo ubufatanye mpuzamahanga cyangwa se mu karere ari ngombwa, kuko muri iki gihe cy'ikoranabuhanga ubahoze banatubwira ukuntu abantu bahindura y'amafaranga yo mu mpapuro, cryptocurrency, bakavuga bati ubwo nibiza ikibazo, kuko barinda kayavunjisha ku buryo utamenya ngo afite angahe. Aha rero twavugaga yuko ubwo bufatanye ari ngombwa, cyane cyane yuko kubera ikoranabuhanga, kubera iterambere, ni ukuvuga ngo abaryi ba ruswa, abajura n'abandi bafite amayeri bakoresha n'ubundi, kandi babifashijwe muri ikoranabuhanga. Rero navuga yuko nta gihugu na kimwe bavuga ko kitarebwa n'icyo kibazo. Icya mbere ni uko nk'u Rwanda nk'igihugu gifite ubuyobozi bwiza kandi utihanganira ruswa, hari ugusangira ubwo bunararibonye. Uburyo ubuyoboye ni ukuvuga ngo hari ibyo dukora, hari n'ibyo abandi bakora. Ibyo twaboneye hano tuzabyegeranya nka innovation cyangwa se nk'udushya turi mu bihugu bitandukanye, tubishyire twongere tubiganireho, tunabehe n'inzego zitandukanye n'izo mu gihugu tuzibihe, kuko iyi nama nubwo yari irimo abakuru b'inzego zo kurwanya ruswa, hajemo n'inzego zo mu gihugu zishinzwe kurwanya ruswa, harimo nka RIB yari irimo, harimo ubugenzacyaha, harimo inzego z'ubutabera, harimo inteko ishinga amategeko, abadepite bashinzwe, abagize inteko ishinga amategeko bashinzwe bari muri association yo kurwanya ruswa, harimo PAC yo mu nteko ishinga amategeko umutwe w'abadepite, abo bose twigiye hamwe rero na auditeur general. Izo nzego tumaze iminsi turi kumwe, harimo na société civile. Izo nzego tumaze iminsi turi kumwe tureba uburyo twanoza uburyo ingamba zo kurwanya ruswa zashyirwa mu bikorwa. Ariko nanone uretse makuru tuzegeranya tukashyira no kuri website. Nta website uriya muryango ugira, cyambere nuko tuzashyira website aho twasangira amakuru. Icya kabiri nta teganya yuko ry'igihe kirekire rihari, tuzarishyiraho iri mu nshingano zihutirwa cyangwa mu byihutirwa, gushyiraho iteganyabikorwa strategic plan no gukora iteganyabikorwa ry'uyu mwaka tuzaba tuyoboye. Hanyuma nanone muri uyu mwaka tuyoboye tuzagira amahugurwa y'inzego, kuko twasanze ko kuba ufite abakozi bahugukiwe, abakozi bitabira akazi ariko bafite ubushobozi nabyo ari ngombwa. Ikindi si abakozi gusa bo mu nzego zo kurwanya ruswa nka Office Ombudsman, oya ni ukuvuga ngo ni inzego zose. Tuzahugura rero harimo inteko ishinga amategeko, harimo mu bushinjacyaha, mu bugenzacyaha, harimo abo mu butaka. Ziriya nzego zose mu by'ukuri zifite cyangwa se ari izishinzwe gukurikirana ibya ruswa no kuyirwanya, ariko nanone zikora ku mafaranga ya leta cyangwa se ay'abandi, kuko na banki zizamo. Tuzahugura na secteur privé, duhugure. Ikindi nanone tuzashyiramo ingufu nuko hari za komite zo kurwanya ruswa mu bigo imbere, ni ukuvuga mu bigo byose byaba ibya leta by'abigenga. Cyafashweho umwanzuro n'inzego zose ko buri rwego muri structure cyangwa se mu mikorere yarwo agomba kubamo komite ireba ibyuho bya ruswa, ikareba uburyo amategeko ashyirwa mu bikorwa, ikareba niba nta byuho bihari, ikareba iby'amasoko, uburyo amasoko atangwamo, hanyuma ikagira inama ubuyobozi bw'ikigo. Hanyuma nko ku bireba u Rwanda, rw'Umuvunyi tureba buri mezi 6 raporo ivuye mu bigo bitandukanye, kuko dufite departement bishinzwe ireba buri gihe, ireba izo raporo, ishinzwe no guhugura izo komite. Nuko rero tuzabikora no mu zindi nzego ku rwego rwa Afurika, ibihugu biri muri Commonwealth, kandi turibwira ko bizatanga umusaruro mwiza.